I managed to get into this design. So let's start with the left pane, which is the slicer pane. So the slicer pane is by default when you place a slicer in Power BI. This is pretty much how it looks like. And then you can change the slicer orientation to horizontal orientation by going into properties. But this is by default how it looks like. But if you want our slicer to be a bit more nicely spaced out, like how I've done in this visual, what you can do is you could go to your visual, the slicer visual, go to properties and go to items, add a frame. So now I added a frame. Then go to general, change the outline color of the frame. So by default, this is how it looks like. Change the outline color of the frame to your background color of your visual, or the background color of your page. Then increase the size of your outline weight. So in this case, I'm changing it to 8. So there you go. Now I have nicely sparsed visual. Nicely spaced, and if I want, I could do the similar thing to this one as well. So maybe if I just enable the frame on outline, in this case probably I could just do like a left plus right, so this way, I get it nicely spaced out. This is not a great example in this case, but maybe if I do a bit more modifications to the colors and what kind of background I'm using, this probably gonna look better. But here you could see it makes a huge difference by using the default one or by adding the space. When you're working with limited number of items on your slicer, or if you want your slicer to be nicely spaced out, using the frame and changing the color of the frame either by same color as background color of your visual, or if you're not using the background color of the visual, then maybe same color as your code page, then it would make your slicer visual to look nicely spaced and a bit more sleek.